All right, friends. Okay. So, the other thing I wanted to show you real quick, Schoology's down, so I can't show it to you on Schoology. Yeah, I know, my apologies. I don't control Schoology. Hopefully it's back up. Hey, hopefully it's back up before it really matters. But I wanted to show you guys a new channel that I found, kind of in the vein of like, why reinvent the wheel if somebody already made it. So Math with Mr. Dell, it seems like a teacher like me that teaches multiple levels of math. So I'm going to link on Schoology his playlist for this chapter, because obviously there's chapter 6, 7, 8. So we need chapter 3 from CC2 though, so be careful because he has CC2 and CC3. So in here, anyone spot it? There it is. So he has all sorts of videos like what I make when you guys email and ask for help. So you can look for the specific homework, like if tonight you're working on 311. Problems 3 through 11, right? There's Mr. Dell solving some of your homework. Or sorry, 3-11, 3-9, 3-8, 3-4, right? So he's got all kinds of help. If you need some step-by-step help on the problems and you want it like immediately, you don't want to have to wait for me to help you or you're at home or whatever. So check out Math with Mr. Dell. I've got it linked on Schoology, but I will link the specific playlist link later once Schoology is back up. So sweet. On that note, let's dive into 311. Oh yeah, I hope you had a great Discovery Day. My Discovery Day, because I always try to learn something that I haven't done before. My first Discovery Day at Phoenix was installing a toilet, which I got a progressing on because it leaked. But my Discovery Day this time was insulating my attic. Probably should have done this like 5 years ago. But I've been wasting money on heating and cooling. So finally we decided we installed what are called rafter baffles. My wife is awesome. She does the dingy work with me. Rented a machine, borrowed my buddy's giant creeper van, and yeah, don't take candy from people in vans. And then we insulated the attic. So there we go. That was my Discovery Day. A few hours. So hopefully we save some money. All right, so dive in. So I can't wait to chat with you guys about your Discovery Days. Hey, we're gonna actually dive into class now. I know we got all excited about things. All right, so here's the chapter we're looking at. There are only 2 sections in 3-1. 3-2 is a little bit bigger. That'll take us through into next week. And we should be able to take our mastery before Thanksgiving break, right? This chapter isn't that big. So we've got the Turkey Bowl coming up. If you haven't paid for Turkey Bowl, I think that was already due. Yeah, so please make sure you got that in. But that's our chapter coming up. All right, practice goal form. Everybody, let's look at our practice/effort goal form. I keep writing homework goal on the front thing, but I forget I changed the name to practice goal form. You want to, at the end of this chapter, and from chapter 2, you want to figure out what your percentage ended up being based off the points possible compared to the total points. Now, I know that we didn't technically check 2-3-1 and 2-3-2 together. So we can honor system that, and you can give yourself whatever points you want, or you can just not even think about those, and you could go with the last percentage that we had calculated. Either way, ask yourself, did I do as well as I wanted to? Did I reach my goal? Or do I need to do anything different this coming chapter? And yeah, Mr. Flynn, I stole this from Mr. Hall. This is a beg, borrow, and steal sort of thing. Oh my gosh. And then flip it. Sorry, this is because this is my other class. But we're going to flip it, and we're going to start the backside with 3-1-1. I should probably just get a blank one. I should probably print myself a new one. And when's 3-1-1 going to be due if it's tonight's homework?
In 2 days from now.
2 days from now.
Thursday.
So Thursday, right? 3-1-1 will be due on Thursday. Today is Tuesday. Who what? This is chapter 3 now. Tonight, what you're doing tonight is 3-1-1. Destiny, what's up? Does it not have a back? You took the master. That's what happened. I'll make you a new one. I don't know if I have any extras back here. I might have run out. Yeah, I'll make you a new one, Destiny. You don't really need it till Thursday, so I'll print some more. And guys, if you somehow lost it, that is okay. I will print some more. And then you can put that away. And we just need 3-1-1 out, which I'm going to go ahead and fill one out. Anyone need 311? You didn't get it yesterday. Lily needs it.
I didn't get a double.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Maddie, what's up?
Oh, I got it yesterday.
How did you get in here? So always second move will quit and take you back to the main menu. Second move. Yeah. You hit the Y equals. All right, friends. So Cecil is deciding to up his act. Right, Cecil or a tightrope walker? So Cecil's deciding to up his act. Anyone want to read? I don't feel like reading. Alex, you want to read just a small? No. Okay, fine. Janny, you want to read this small paragraph here?
In previous lessons, we worked with expressions, combinations of numbers, and variables and operations that either involve integers or multiplying. Today, you will examine expressions that involve both operations. By the end of this lesson, you will be expected to answer these target questions.
Yeah, go ahead and ask the questions.
How can expressions with the same number and operations have different meanings? Does the order in which we do operation matter?
Okay. So this first problem's not on your paper, right? But then keep this out. If you're secretly doing your homework, come back to me. We're doing a lesson so that your homework makes sense. So in 3-1, I want you to talk with your neighbor. Katrina wrote, I'm going to write it out again just to make it real big. For any of our visually, remember this one's not on your paper, I just said. Katrina wrote 4 times 2.5 plus 1. How far will that get Katrina? What should be out every day, guys? Graph paper. So if you don't have graph paper, I have to jot some notes on. And it doesn't have to be new. It can be graph paper you already used. But we need graph paper out. And this is 3-1. You're going to label on your graph paper. Talk with your teammate. How far did Katrina go? Or how far did Katrina tell Cecil to go? We picked it up yesterday, Addie, if you picked it up, but you maybe didn't. So if you didn't pick it up off the back table, or you have it. 4 times 2.5 plus 1. Hey, Dave, you could actually come up and join Keegan for today, since you're kind of on your own back there and he's kind of on his own. We have an odd amount of kids in this class. I'm sorry, dude.
Why'd you put 4.2.5?
4 times. That's a multiplication dot, but thank you for bringing that up. When we're using the multiplication dot, we want to make sure that's obvious. So make sure your decimals are low. Make sure your multiplications are in the middle of the numbers. All right, so actually I'm going to make this slightly easier for you guys. Which diagram should Cecil use? The one in B or the one in D? Talk with your neighbor and decide together which diagram should they use when what was written was 4 times 2.5 plus 1.
But that doesn't make it easier.
It makes it easier for your conversation. You pick that or pick that.
Talk with your teammates.
10.6. So 2.5 plus 2.5.
Oh,
Not the Okay, what's 5 divided by 2?
I'm going to try a new fashion. I'm going to wear posters. I got so many posters. I'm going to wear posters.
I love your new shirt.
Right? It's like the rage and fashion.
But it
craze.
could also be a hat. I think this pencil smells like
I'm not going to smell a pencil that you asked me to smell. I know better.
It smells like cheese. I swear.
So, well, I mean, that's probably true because there's lots of types of cheese. I know, right? Donovan, which diagram do you think Cecil should use? The one in B or the one in D? B as in like boy?
No, D as in me.
D as in like Donovan. All right, why, Donovan? Why do you say that diagram? Raphael, they're all new, so it might have just been the package. So Donovan, why'd you say this diagram instead of the one in B?
Well, I think it's like 4 times 2.5, then plus 1. But there's no parentheses, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, so Donovan said, I'm going to repeat because it's a little hard to hear. He said it is 4 times 2.5 and then, that big then 1. But there's no parentheses. Now you're right, there are no parentheses. But as my newest, latest in fashion will show you, what? Okay, so parentheses, exponents. What's after parentheses and exponents? Multiplication and division. So would we add first or would we multiply first? So guys, we can add the parentheses. We can put those in and say this is gonna happen first. Hey, can we move on? Raphael, you gonna be able to move on or do you need to take a moment? So hey, you have two choices. Hey, chill Margot, I got it. You got two choices, Raphael. Either move on and let's do class or take a walk and take a break. Either way, I'm moving on, okay? No more conversations about what things smell like. It's middle school. Everything smells. Moving on. So Cecil will do the 2.5 4 times. And actually, I would probably put the +1 at the end, right? Like Donovan said, and then +1. All right, so these are on your paper. These are on your worksheet. Chat about these with your partner and figure out what the end value of each of these is. Go ahead and put that on the practice paper, right? On 311, which should still be on your desk. Chat with your teammate. If you need to use a calculator, you can. If you need to use a calculator, you can. Parentheses. Yeah. Brilliant question from June that deserves to be answered for everyone. Thank you, June. June said, when there are these parentheses, but no symbol between the number and the parentheses, that is where mathematicians are lazy. I mean, efficient. We don't show unnecessary stuff. That's just mathematicians who made this agreement that we're all lazy. I mean, efficient. This is actually multiplication, but we don't have to show it. Because if somebody writes this, what that means is 2 of 3. Like I have 2 sets of 3. And if I have 2 sets of 3, how much do I have? 6. Very careful. 2 sets of 3. 2 times 3, right? 2 times 3?
I think meant like 3 times 3. I am so
You're good. It's because you got a doodle going. You're like halfway
I'm
back.
not doodling, I'm writing.
Oh, never mind. That was your work.
Yeah.
Sorry, I saw a big line and I didn't know we were doing. Okay, so what will happen first here? Multiplication or addition? The multiplication. Guys, be careful though. A lot of people will say, well, there's parentheses. Do the parentheses first. Can anyone talk to me about why that's not really like why we're not doing parentheses first, Gabe?
I feel like it's because there's like really nothing to like put in.
Yeah, there's nothing to do inside. Because even when you see parentheses, that doesn't necessarily mean parentheses have to be first. If there's nothing to do, there's nothing to do. Go ahead and solve this one and B and C. Careful, one of them's a trapdoor.
Yes, I love trapdoors.
I think you probably love avoiding trapdoors.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Minecraft wise. Okay.
Man, I've
Yeah,
never
they're
actually
used
played
for lock
Minecraft.
Yeah, I like that.
I feel like I'm missing out.
I've never said that.
Do you need 311 really?
No, I got it.
Well, why aren't you doing this on that paper since half of it's on it? And I said like
Oh,
3
I
different
thought it
times,
was
this is
still on
on your practice sheet. Do this on your practice sheet.
I
And this
just-
is where our
I just didn't
teammates should be helping us out, saying,
I
hey,
love
this is...
graph paper so much.
You just love graph paper so much. Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
How wonderful graph paper is. She said with all the attitude in the world, these are all this. Well, June is throwing down a pretty big accusation. that these answers are all the same. So, Gabe, no, you just went. Addie, can you tell me what we got after we did 2 times the 6.48? You got that on your paper? And I would probably work it vertically if I was you guys. What is 2 times 6.48? 12 point, sorry, can you speak up? 96. That's when I start to feel like I'm getting old. And then when we add, what do we get? 20.96. And if we want to give it a label, because we probably should, go ahead and throw the label of feet on there. Questions on A. Questions on A. In B, though, Margot, what do you do first in B? Ooh, in B, this is what we're going to do first. 8 times 6.48. What do we get from that? So go ahead. Anyone got it? Miss, you got 8 times 6.48? 53.84. And guys, this should be on your paper. This work should be able to be seen. You should show 2 plus 53.80. What did we get for the first one? Like 10 points something, right? Or 20 points?
20.96.
Yeah, it was 20.9. I don't think we're going to get the same answer here. 55.84. Yes, Gabe?
My calculator. I did 8 times 6.48. I get 51.8.
Oh! Miss, you gave me the final answer. Come on, Miss.
I was looking at my work and I was like, wait, did I say something wrong? Yes, you said a lot. Oh, so you were right. You didn't say enough.
Yeah.
Miss jumped us to the final answer instead of talking us through the process. How dare you? Questions on B. How is C different?
Oh, because you have to add the. No, you don't have to because they're in parentheses, right? So,
PEMDAS.
PEMDAS. Yes, I wrote that down. Gabe.
Okay.
So 8 plus 2, which equals 10, and then you add that to the 6.48.
There is something to do in this parentheses, right? There's work to be done. So what should be written on your paper beneath this, because we're getting in the habit of working vertically, is what was 8 plus 2? 10 times 6 point... No, wait. I think, June, I see what you mean.
No, because
I mean-
like the questions are really they don't have anything different in them except for the way things are placed.
Say that again.
Oh my goodness.
Listen.
The placement of the numbers is the only thing that changed. Like everything is the same numbers, they just change.
The numbers are all the same. Guys, I got some people halfway paying attention. I feel like this is going to give you issues on your homework.
That's what I mean, not the answers though.
Yeah, June didn't mean the answers are the same. She meant the numbers, the problems. What we have is all the same. 8, 2, 6.48, and some parentheses somewhere. But we got 3 different answers. So what that tells us?
Placing matters.
Order, well, placement and order matters a lot. All right, let's try another one of these, see if we can avoid the trap door. So, hold up. This is why I made this a note. Parentheses. We should go back to elementary and like bump us on the head and say, don't learn it as parentheses, learn it as grouping. Grouping symbols involve all parentheses, all brackets, all absolute values, anything that groups a set together. So we don't just mean parentheses, we mean grouping symbols. Okay, so the P in PEMDAS really should be G in GEMDAS. Yeah, GEMDAS. All right, terms. This might go on your graph paper. Let me double check. Is it on here? It is not. Guys, terms. I'm gonna make your life a whole lot easier. Yes, I know. As I realize now the error of my way. I labeled my pages on my new set blank page, but now I realize when I go to do something, I'm gonna have to like get that out of the way.
Yay,
8 terms. Terms. Guys, I'm only gonna ask you to write down like 5 words. Terms are separated. Is that an A or an E there? Separated, separated.
Separated. Yeah, it's a.
I think it's an E.
What's awesome? Do you know?
Separated.
Separated.
Write it how you want. It's your
I'm
notes.
pretty sure it's an E.
Is it S-E-P-E-R like separated?
Hey Alexa.
See, I was right.
Yeah.
Separated by addition or okay, and this is I really don't. What is this? Subtraction. But remember, like I really don't like subtraction. So like really, terms are separated by addition. Subtraction can also be lumped in there, but remember, subtraction is addition. It's just addition of the negative. If you don't have this on your graph paper or on your notes paper somewhere, you're going to struggle on the homework when it asks you to identify how many terms. Terms are separated by addition or subtraction.
So like how many?
So let's do a couple examples. On your paper, write down 5 plus 3 times 4
Like on our
plus
paper?
2, like on your graph paper, like where you wrote down terms separated by addition.
Is that 3.4?
Times 5 plus 3 times 4 plus 2. The additions separate this problem or this expression into how many different terms? Well, 1 at the very beginning. The 3 times 4 is another term on its own. And the 2 is a term. Yeah, guys, this is the trap door. 3 times 4, that's 1 term. That is 1 term. Because what is 3 times 4? 12. This can really become 5 plus 12 plus 2. And now it's a bit more obvious. There are 3 different terms. Then we can put them together and simplify. But right now, how it starts, there are 3 terms. Questions on that one? Of course, I got to give you a more challenging one. All right, write down on your graph paper 4 times 5 plus 1 plus 3 times negative 2 plus 6. Chat with your teammate. How many terms? You don't even have to figure out what this equals. Just how many terms. You'd be like me and kind of point arrows towards the additions if you want. How many terms? Oh, you like the end answer. Okay. I got this from donated blood. I just never drank it.
Mr. Hudson, I meant 4.
Yeah.
You are really like a middle schooler. I love this.
I really. That's my wife. Trust me.
Wait, what?
She's always telling me like. So not the amount of pluses, but how many things get separated. June, you got like the best questions today. So if we point out the pluses, right? This is a great thing to talk. How many pluses were there? 3. But when we circle the terms, 1, 2, 3,
I see.
4 terms.
Yes.
All right, questions? Margot.
21.
Is it 21?
Yeah.
What's 4 times 5?
20.
20 plus 1 is 21. Then, then negative 6 and 5. It is 21. Is that meme fully dead?
I got it right. I think I deserve
Is that meme like fully dead? Is it gone now?
What?
Is that meme fully dead? Like the 21 meme thing? All right, this is on your paper.
No, it isn't.
Take a minute per problem. Do 4, I need to get my words. Take 4 minutes. Try to do these 4 problems. Dive in. So we're not counting terms now. We're practicing order of operations. Simplified expression.
Okay, is it a decimal or is it a multiplication symbol? For the first
So
one.
The one in the air is the multiplication.
decimal. This is multiplication because it's higher up, right? Between the 2 and the 1.5. So notice the differences there. Hey, but what Alex is bringing up is kind of a reason why we use parentheses. Guys, like the way that Alex keeps asking, like, wait, is it a decimal or is it multiplication? Isn't it easier if I just use the parentheses and I know that it's multiplication? I think that's a good argument for just using parentheses, like to show multiplying. All right, take some time. You guys should be chatting with your partners. You're a team. You find your success as a team. Let me do some color coding. You can use your highlighters if you want. I'm gonna highlight my separate terms. Guys, instead of circling my terms, I'm highlighting my separate terms. Wait a minute. What's going on in D? I don't know if you guys have checked out when a parentheses against a parenthesis. What does that tell us to do, Alex?
I just really want to answer A.
But that's not what I'm asking about. What happens when a parentheses against a parenthesis, Donovan? That is also multiplication. Guys, if you need to make a note on your paper, a number against parentheses multiplies. Parentheses against parentheses multiplies. That was a lot louder than I anticipated. Normally with my ring on, my claps are bad.
I thought on top of my ear.
Yeah, sorry, man. Did not expect that. I want to get some ceiling panels that are like sound foam, so it's like even quieter in here.
Smart.
Except that would be cheating based on my numbers.
And ooh, I forgot to highlight one last thing. The negative 10. You guys got like a minute or 2 more. I'm trying to give you all the time I said I would. Figure it out. I know he's the coolest. So keep trying to put them together. We're not just circling terms. We're trying to actually put the things together and simplify them. It's like, Lily, help me out with the first thing to do to A. What did you do first in A?
I added 7.08 and 2.51.
Yeah, you put your good guys together, right? So as the first thing, look, now there's other options, but I think the best option is group good guys with good guys, bad guys with bad guys. So we put those together and we get a positive 9.59. And then be careful not to forget, I still have the negative. So then, Christian, what would I do next? I put my... Yeah, because we're going to fight, right? So when we fight, we got to do this. Now, who's going to win, the positive or the negative? Positive. The positive is way stronger. You don't need a plus sign, but that's just my reminder it's going to be positive. How much does he win by? 6, a little under 6.
7.
5, who's got it? Addie, you got it? 5 point what?
5.7.
7.5. Confirmation 5.75. You can use a calculator if you need, guys. That's totally fine. All right, in B, Destiny. What would I do first in B? Would we add first or would we multiply first? Miss, what are you doing? So we multiply first, right? Order of operations tells us we multiply first. So guys, whatever you didn't do anything with, make sure you bring along with you. It's easy to forget about the thing we didn't do anything with. But plus 2.1 times negative 3. What's a positive times a negative? Negative 6.3. We got a good guy and a bad guy again. June, are they going to fight or get along? Are they going to fight or get along?
Fight.
Fight. Who wins?
Positive. Sorry.
Alex?
I was about to say.
By how much? By how much?
Well.
7.8 minus 6.3.
14.1. 1.5.
I think they fight against each other. I think we gotta subtract, Raphael. So be careful. I think you added them
Oopsie poopsie.
because one's a good guy and one's a bad guy. They fight. Right? We are gonna start with C and D tomorrow. So we will start with those tomorrow and take any questions from the homework you might have. Remember, you can use that math with Miss Bell. Yeah, 1.5. Positive, right? Positive 1.5. All right, have a great day, guys.
I'm so smart. Sorry for
You are so smart. You are correct that you should not blurt out, but you are so smart.
I know, but like the thing is, like,
Getting
I
excited?
never answer usually in math class, so I got really excited because I knew the answer. Because that was really hard for me.
Do you want to like end the video with one of those, like make sure you like and subscribe? Or if you want to, come over here to be on the camera. I haven't stopped it yet. Gabe's on the camera right now. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, how's that? Oh yeah, I'll pause this now.
Like
All right.
and subscribe. Oh yeah, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.
Smash that like
And
button.
make sure you turn on your notifications.
All right.
So every